We got ourselves I'm gonna mess up your name, but we got Fasharito? We gotta call you Rito, man. Little Dorito. We got ourselves Kevin. We got ourselves Reverence on that team. Sean gonna be first up versus Sensei off the bat. Leg sweep. Sensei backing up out of there. Sean not giving this man a single breathing room. He's just in there suffocating Sean. Quick in cap, quick paralysis just to give himself a bit of moment of zen. Fists of Furies flying at one another. Sean wearing himself a nice little attire, actually, the gentleman's attire. Will it be enough though to defeat Sensei, who's going in big punches, trying to go for some damage? It's going to be a little bit of healing for Sensei. Sean backing up out of there. Karma by Sean though on the aggression. Sensei just fighting through his karma, trying to see if he can re-karma that karma. Sean with a big defense, so diffuse magic together will dampen harm, just trying to see if he can tank up all of his damage. Sensei still holding back a lot of his big defenses. Could go for a go. He does go for a big go in cap, but it's going to be trick out of Sean. Next sweep could be deadly, but you're not going to be seeing that for about 30 more seconds. Sean actually finally got swift back away by Sensei. Quick in cap, no more shields. Fists of Fury flying at each other, parrying for player. They're just punching each other's fists. Leg sweep by Sean, tricking for Sensei. Just starting to go for a jab, but instead going to go for a little bit of defense. And Sean is also going to go for a bit of defense. Next leg sweep is going to be in Sensei's court. Sean is playing an orc though, so he's going to have a little bit of that stun resistance. Not going to be sitting in the stun for long at all. What he really essentially needs to do right now is buy himself as much time as possible, get some kind of a cooldown, have someone available, 30 seconds on a karma, maybe he can wait out for it. Leg sweep by Sensei, is it going to be another big fist of fury? That stun reduction is playing favors for Sean right now. He got himself the Serenity, could maybe make some kind of damage happen, but Sensei so far has at least been able to stabilize. He's not going to be seeing his own trinket for a good while though. So next leg sweep is now back in the Sean's court. It's going to be just like a tennis match between the two. The ball is in Sean's court. It all depends how he's going to utilize it here. Sensei trying to use that monk's mobility to keep him at bay, but it's going to be a monk playing against another monk. Fist of Fury out of Sensei really early, so now Sean can use his Fist of Fury. Sensei just used an in-cap too, so now Sean is really just unstoppable. Going to be a karma out of Sean as well as out of Sensei. He's just going to see if he can lay in the damage into Sensei. Port to follow, trying to see if he can catch up. Has a port right on top of him. It's going to be a report, trying to see if he can catch him, but it's going to be a ring of peace. Almost catches Sensei, but he does end up getting himself booked away from Sean. Big damage on the Sensei though. Doesn't have much to work with. Got himself a leg sweep, could maybe make something work. Defensive leg sweep. Doesn't go for damage though. Got himself a jab, maybe big damage. Sean maybe on a little bit on back foot. It's gonna be Sensei looking for a bit of recovery. Sensei trying to go for a great kick and cap out of Sean. Doesn't sit it long at all. Gonna be big defense available for Sean. Sensei's a little bit on the back foot. Got himself the ring to separate the two. The two monks he utilizing the entire arena. All their zoning abilities, the good use of defenses, Fist of Fury for each. Sean is actually a little bit on the back foot right now. Sensei's still trying to play super defensive. He wants to make sure he's focusing on healing. There goes the emergency shield, and Sean right now doesn't really have much. Trinket available though, can get out of the next stun. Leg sweep gonna be available for Sean for now, but Sensei got 17 seconds left on his, so he has himself an opportunity. Images available, got himself the Thunder Fist in cap onto him. The Orc Monk, Fist of Fury for Fist of Fury, flying at one another, parry for parry, as the two of them are trying to find a way to fight through one another. Going to be the images up a little bit early for Sensei, but the images are going to be able to chase after Sean. He's trying to see if he can heal through them, but the images aren't really able to get enough damage. Sensei trying to see if he can swing it around the corner, big board, and that's going to be Sean kind of trying to see if he can buy himself a little bit more time. Does he get himself the big all-in? Zuen available in 30. Maybe he could go for leg sweep. Fist of Fury onto Sensei. Is going to go for leg sweep. Serenity is going to be able to break out of it fairly quickly. Human racial for that one. Leg sweep to follow. Is going to force a trinket. Going to be a karma out of the both of the monks. But Sean is the one I think still has the advantage here. Going to be Sensei turning some defenses on little by little. The karma is going to end up hitting him pretty hard. Even with diffuse magic, he's still taking big damage. It's going to be his Spore Cloak right after into a ring of peace. Does get to separate him away from Sean Monk right now, as Sensei looking for that recovery. Gotta be that Zuen joining in. Sean got himself an extra pet to help him out in this situation. Sensei just trying to see if he can buy himself a bit of a breather. Quick in cap, root onto, or even slow onto Sensei. Trying to see if he can maybe make some damage happen. Sean got himself pretty good pickup. Big crits to follow. Whirling Dragon Punch right after, by the looks of it. Actually, in cap, as Sensei goes in for a bit of damage of his own, is going to be a little bit more healing. Lexi available for Sean in just right now. In fact, if he can catch Sensei in the sun right now, he'll be golden. Sensei got himself big Fist of Fury. Maybe can make something happen off of this. Next sweep might just be over. You're gonna be big jab, massive kick. Oh, I don't even think I was doing a touch of death. Gonna be stunned by X spam immediately as an arms where he goes in. Sean trying to see if he can bail out of there. Gonna be a leap available. Maybe a second charge. Sean cannot get out of this with Blade Storm. He just realizes it's over. At some point as a monk, you do run out of cooldowns. And that was 2 monks fighting each other tooth and nail to the death. I imagine we'll see those 2 square off against one another more than once this evening. Axie Spam is going to be up next as an arms warrior this time. Reflect into an adaptation for Chat Hunt. Nothing he can do with that adaptation though. Charge by Axie Spam. Got himself the battle stance. Stun as the hunter goes in for a bit of a leap into an avatar to break himself out of that root. Going to be a Beastmaster Hunter. Big death shock him. Massive kill shots. It's going to be a stun onto Axie Spam. Just has to sit in for a second. Chat Hunt taking quite a bit of damage. The defensive stance was going to be a Colossus Smash for Axie Spam. Got himself another reflect. Maybe could go for a reflect onto freezing trap. Might not even need to. Shadow still got quite a bit of damage onto this warrior. Turtle Shell to follow. The man is just surrounded by pets. As long as he doesn't get hit by the basilisk, he might be okay. Leaping over to Chat Hunt. A freezing trap could start in place. Got himself reflect in case there's a new one into a. Oh, I don't even know if that was an execute at the end. Looks like he just auto attacked him for all of his might. Well done by Axie Spam, but it's gonna be Rito up next. I don't even know how to say his name, so I'm just gonna go with Rito, man. I like its habit, by the way. It actually kind of fits your mog. It's like an orangey cream color armor, and it's like a cream color, like a cream soda tabard. I like it a lot. Parry up for Axie Spam immediately, and Rito also got a parry up as well. Got him some reflect. Sharpened blades available. Actually, both of them got sharpened blades. War Stomp for a second, as Rito does go in for a trinket though. Axie Spam still has a trinket of his own. Disarm for disarm. Both of the warriors are actually playing each other like a chess match. Rito does go in for a battle stance, but that's the defensive stance for Axie Spam. Seeing the avatar, seeing the big cooldowns out of him, he wants to back up out of it, maybe wait him out. He could totally do it. Honestly, needs to keep a bleed onto Rito though. If he can do that, second one is going to be denied. Going in for a bit of battle stance, trying to see if he can make a bit of a play. Rito with the reflex, so it's going to be Shadow Flame enchant back into Axie Spam. Rito not looking all that good right now. The stun before he can go into defensive stance. There goes the big defensive with the cloak, but it's going to be a mad execute just from the overhead, splitting the boy in two, taking him out. And who's up next? Is it going to be Reverence or Kevin? Looks like Kevin is up next. Out of all the classes to go into, I feel like a Desert Warlock would have been pretty bad for Arms Warrior, but a Paladin, ooh, unless you can maybe like go for a Reflect on a Hodge, it's going to be rough. Trying to see if he can stay mounted. Does he still have a bleed on him? Second one kicking in. He's able to recover here pretty easily, boys. Got him some parry in 20 seconds. Oh, reflect. Oh, Kevin, bubble immediately. This is a perfect opportunity to expect just to get the hell out of dodge. Maybe even rally cry. Defensive stance is still taking so many hammers from a distance. Just nothing he can really do about it. But at least it's going to be some, maybe a disarm. Could potentially be a decent disarm. Fear. Axie Spam just trying to see if he can find himself a bit of a breather. This man's taking so much damage. Parry up very, very soon. Has himself a trinket for the next stun. Kevin did burn a bubble here. Could be a blessing of protection right after though. So Axie Spam is not out of the woods just yet. He needs to see if he can maybe give himself a bit of a breather. Trying to see if he can go for some damage actually. Big parry, big bleeds onto Kevin. Most likely going to get a blessing of protection on him pretty easily. Reflect. Kevin trying to make sure he doesn't reflect the stun back at himself. Blind instead. Kevin's still taking quite a bit of damage though. Axie Spam could make some pressure happen. Stun for stun. Kevin does go for the trinket. This could be pretty good for Axie. Not completely out of the woods. Got himself a little bit of healing. Trying to stay in the battle stance for as long as possible. But does clock down into defensive stance. There goes. Blessing of protection. Has a leap for it. Kevin is the mounted. He knows that the warrior is going to try to see if he can bail out of this as soon as possible. Although Axie Spam might have actually been able to get away. He's not slowed too badly. Maybe he can go for Avatar. Big damage. Potentially, he needs something. Oh my god, there was so much potential damage by the warrior. Just Batsakodas needed one good hit. Oh, he had a Stormbolt coming up at the very, very end too. I don't know if you could have waited to Stormbolt, then have a go. But Kevin just, when he goes for counter damage, Kevin versus the warrior. I mean, Paladin's just slam right now, dude. My man. Hands are shaking. Dude, first game of the night, I always get those like first game shooters. Let's be honest, man. Looks like it's going to be flexing up next. Trying to give Kevin as much of an honor duel, honestly. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, trying to give him as much of an honor duel. We are pretty high into dampening. 47%. Are they just gonna... Oh! A switcheroo! Interesting. So they're trying to give Kevin a chance to like fully recover. Let Reverence get a chance to play. Succubus CC as Flexing takes a big hit. Casbolt right after 50% buff. Gonna be flexing, charging at Reverence. Still gonna get the Casbolt off no matter what you do. Trying to go for Bonzafel. Big damage out of Flexing though. Reverence and Flexing both do quite a bit of damage. Flexing did get buffed up recently. Expulsion shot should be 20% more effective. Big kill shots to follow. Mad grenades. Got himself turtle for just a second. Looking to maybe put Reverence on ice. Reverence has no health whatsoever. I think it's just over. My god. Kill shot. Oh, with grenade right after. My goodness, dude. Survival hunters. Oh, man. Flexing, I can't even peep your magma, man. Oh my goodness. At least Kevin was giving himself a bit of a breather, right? At least he was given a chance to recover a little bit of health and have himself as much of an honor duel as possible, giving Flexing the same opportunity, letting him sit in camo. If only we had somebody in that team too that could heal. Are they gonna send Ghost instead? No way, right? Oh wait, is it Flexing or is it Ghost? I don't know which one. It looks like they are gonna send Flexing. I think they were trying to see if he could maybe do a switcheroo. And Kevin is just waiting. He's not really sure. Looks like Flexing comes out to let him know, hey, not fighting a rogue, you find a hunter. If there's abilities you want to use, change up how you're gonna go have your rotation, change how you're gonna have your approach. You are fighting a hunter. Just letting you know, making sure we don't juke you out, my guy. Death shock him immediately. Exposed shot grenades back to back. Just an explosive opener by the hunter. Got himself a couple of dots. Stun. It's going to be disarmed to Kevin. Doesn't really need a weapon in order to be able to smite down Flexing. Quick war stomp right after. Big damage to follow. Mad setup. Flexing not feeling all that good right now. No turtle shell, no nothing. Get himself short stun onto Kevin. Kevin does have a bowl backup. Flexing, you need summon right now. The crusade, man. The paladins, when they are on the crusade, is just once you ramp up that damage, a single hammer throw from a mile away is enough just to one-shot people. Especially if you get to ramp it up, man. It is rough. At this point, it's going to be down to Ghost or Monfal. I think they're trying to figure out who's going to go first, who's going to go next. Maybe Ghost is feeling like, you know what? I'll be clean up duty, man. I'll be clean up duty. But maybe this is going to be Monfal taking out Kevin. Kevin tried to go for a bit of a slow. I mean, bit of a walk, bit of a waddle back to his side. We are super high into dampening. I don't think you're really going to be able to do much healing here, my guy. Monfal is given an opportunity, but I honestly think Kevin is going to just have to get in there and find a way to beat him. We wish we had like a mage with a polymer for something, man. Hammer him down. I was excited for this one. We are super high into dampening. I think we should get the show rolling, Monfal. You're more than welcome just to get in there, my guy. Kevin does not have a lot of mana to work with, which is a little unfortunate. Got himself Shield of Vengeance Bubble, so maybe has himself at least an immunity to work with. Final Wreck, I think it does connect with Monfal as he charges back in. Bubble to follow for Kevin. Monfal trying to see if he can back up out of there. As long as he can live the bubble, he'll be fine. Kevin does not have access to wings for a while, though. Sigil of Fear doesn't get to hit by it. Counter follow, not much you can do about it. Shield of Vengeance is going to help out a little bit. Meta, big shear into a blind. Oh yeah, there's just so much, only so much you can do once dampening gets this high. XC spam with 3, my man almost pulled out a 4. Almost pulled out a 4. I was honestly rooting for that warrior play. By the way, Monks in the opener, that was kind of exciting. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah?